over on the Lance lathe. This is a chunk of 6061 aluminum. We're at 1.685. I'm going to turn this down for about 2 inches, roughly. Yeah, about 2 inches, down to 1 inch. And then we'll be using that. Then we'll be cutting this off and be using that to make the hinge top and bottom caps. Okay, we're down to just a smidge over 1 inch, 8 thousandths over. Since it's going to have to fit into a hole in a piece of wood, we're leaving a little big. You never drill holes in wood the right size, so yeah, usually they come out a little bigger, so I'm going to leave it big. Okay, this is the part we're going to do first. This is the top pivot. We'll do that first. And we're just going to leave it in this lathe. It's quicker and easier. So we just need to turn this OD down there for 538, and then we'll do a little bore where the magnet's going to go. Okay, we're going to make a little, this mark is going to be at 500, a little less actually, so I have room to go to the 538. Alright, I got some small mooring bars set up. 472 is the diameter of the hole, and it's only going to be 150 thousandths deep. So I have this is a 472 gauge pin. So I'm going to actually measure a tiny bit smaller, so that's good in a way. And the magnet right here is 471. So we'll double check that, matter of fact. 471, yep. So we'll have it should slip in there. Maybe I'll go to 471 instead and make it so it's kind of a pressy fit. Press fit. I just want to epoxy it in, really. So anyway, we're just going to bore this real gently and get it the right size and depth. I'm just moving it. We're really getting close here. I'm just moving a couple thousandths at a time until I'm there. Very hard to measure a shallow internal hole like that. Oh, that's perfect. Yeah, that's perfect. The depth is not super critical, but I just want to close. Oh, 150 thousandths now. 150 thousandths. So, we're good. Alright, we're just going to part that off. And the top part's done. Yeah, so we're getting chatter, parting way out here. We're 3 inches from the chuck, 3.5 inches from the chuck. Yeah, you gotta be careful about that. So, you want to part when you're really close if you can. All right, what you see here is this here is the follow rest, and I got everything lined back up, and we'll do this nice and slow. Okay, so that worked out just fine and dandy, and we'll clean this all up in the other lathe for a nice top. So this is the bottom half of the pivot. It's very similar to this one, except it has a through hole with a thread, 5/16 24, and a cavity for another piece. And the top cap will also be sliding in here as the pivot joint. Okay, I have a scribe line. We're going to take this part down to 3/4, 0.750. Actually, I'm going to take it down to close to that, and then I'm going to do my boring and drilling and all that, and then I'll do a finish cut on that. Okay, so we're going to bore this to 0.502, just a couple thousandths over half an inch, because the piece that's going to go in there will turn to 5 to half an inch, 0.5. I'm probably just going to start with half-inch stock, actually. So we're just going to make it a couple thousandths bigger, so it has a nice little, pretty sliding fit in there. So if I was 5 thousandths bigger, it'd be fine also. But we're going to do that for 555 thousandths deep. So I'm going to part this off, then we're going to put it in the other lathe to clean up its face, and that's when we'll thread it. So then we'll have a through hole instead of a bottomed out hole. Let's see, hopefully we can part this without the rest. Since we're so much closer now. Parting is all about rigidity. I'm just doing this by hand. Pieces are cleaned up, and so when I drilled that hole, I said I was going to use a letter I. Well, I grabbed the wrong drill out of the rack, and I grabbed a letter S by mistake, and so that was too big, so I enlarged it for a 7/16 20 thread, which will work. So that's what we got in there. No big deal, but cleaned up, tapped, and ready to go. We'll make the other centerpiece now, and we'll get that glued in.